Welcome, Aquarius. This is Wondernanda and Let It Be Tarot. Let's pull a general energy for this eclipse season. Between the new moon in Scorpio, solar eclipse in Scorpio, and the full moon in its opposite sign of Taurus. So fours talk about stability. And the wands talk about vitality, fire, the heart. It can be stability. It can be a manifestation. It can be a letting go of a holding on tightly. Sometimes I see fours as possible pride, depending on how we are holding on to something or why. And nines are a reflection. It's coming close to an end, to a wrapping up, to a culmination, to a success, to an ending, to a letting go, or to full-blown abundance. And the heart, the cups, talk about emotion, feelings, spirituality, the flowing of things. So how well things are flowing. So I do see here a freedom of flow. Let's call it that for now. This here is a tarot of the divine. It draws on folkloric images, deities. I like it very much. I did shuffle these very well. I always do a thorough pre-shuffling before I begin. These cards came together like this. Actually, it was like this for the previous sign of Scorpio. So this is very interesting. I was going to put them back, but I did shuffle very well, so I will keep them. So we have the Four of Coins together with the Four of Wands. So the Four of Coins is definitely a holding on. It definitely talks about stability. It can be detrimental holding on, or it can be a stable, solid foundation. So let's take a look. The Two of Wands, of course, I see as a preparation as well. where the Three of Wands is already, okay, I see the boats coming in, I'm getting ready to set out, I have an idea already of how to move forward and what to move towards. And the Two of Wands for me is, okay, I already have a glimpse. I already have an idea. I'm gathering clearer and clearer ideas of what it is I do want to move towards and what's necessary to put together in order to do that. So perhaps there is a struggle. The Six of Swords fell out of the deck in reverse. Perhaps there is a struggle here when it comes to a foundation, when it comes to stability, when it comes to how you are feeling about what is stable, what is not stable, what it means to you to be and feel stable. The Five of Wands can be outer, but I usually do see it as inner conflict, given the characters that we have here on the table. And to complement, I see the Six of Swords in reverse as a struggle as well. So perhaps there's a confusion about where to go, how to do it. And the Page of Coins is also in reverse. I, most often than not, do not read reversals. I usually do put my cards upright, and I do allow the reversals when they come out, because it's even more of an emphasis on the message wanting to come out that way. So the Page of Coins, the Page of Pentacles, is an initiative to learn, to take on further learning, understanding, investigating, doing the work to sit down and learn more about the subject at hand, about what it is we need to learn, about what it is we do need to pay attention to in our practical life, the practical matters that are calling our attention, that are asking to be learned, to be better understood, so that we can apply them. So there's an inner understanding at this point, perhaps, that more needs to be learned, that perhaps some growth is needed, perhaps trust is needed to be exercised, so that first, the inner conflict, which comes from perhaps fear, in this case, can be soothed and settled and calmed so that you can find clearer messages as to what to do next. There you go. You can definitely rely on your strength. It is being asked of you to rely on your strength and to draw on your strength. Rely on it through these perhaps difficult days, challenging days, confusing days, unsettling days. And also, you're asked to remember that that strength is yours and is available to you. We have the Six of Pentacles, which talks about balance, which talks about the need for balance. And because it talks about balance and the need and equal give and take, I very often look at it as, yes, a sense of peace, inner peace, outer peace. Right on top of this Five of Wands, which denote struggle, conflict. So look at this card, how beautiful it is. On top of those Five of Wands, the way I see it now is I see it as very prevailing, most prevailing. And actually, this is the first time I am seeing this. I used to be a flamenco dancer, and I had never seen this card in this light, but I see it now. I see the girls, or even the same girl, reflecting back to herself. I see her in a flamenco dress, and I see her in a flamenco pose and movement and attitude. And a flamenco dancer has a lot of attitude. In order to portray, in order to, for the message to come across as powerfully as it is meant to come across. So a flamenco dancer cannot in any way, shape, or form send that artistic expression half-heartedly, half-ass. It just can't happen. So a flamenco dancer really needs to be present, really needs to be tapping in to that fire in the heart, the passion. So maybe that's a good sign of where to look at next, where to look to get the answers that you may be searching for at this point. What could the first step be? Well, I know this sounds cliche, but you know, that which you're passionate about. And what can our passion be? It can be something as powerful and fiery and active as flamenco, and an art expression. Or our passion can also be taking taking the first steps necessary to have that peace. And these are materials. We're talking very much And here we have the Four of Coins as well. Stability, foundation. So we're talking very much about the practical here and your outer life, right? For us to be happy inside, or for us to be able to practice our spirituality, or for us to be able to meditate or dream or plan or anything, we really do need to have that foundation in the physical earth where we live, because that's where we are. And without that, it's very challenging to practice our spirituality or our art expression or express ourselves, our essence. So first things first, the universe seems to be challenging you, pushing you, and saying, okay, so if you are at the edge of this cliff, if you feel at the edge of this cliff, then what can you do right now? And I very much like the fact that the message of this Six of Materials, perhaps creating what comes first, what is most urgent and tangible, that can be done right now. If it's washing the dishes, once you do that, I suspect that you will most likely feel calmer once that's done. And perhaps even a seemingly simple action as that. I keep trying to, well, I am still trying to figure out how to set up my camera. Perhaps a simple action as that will lead you to the next action. Will give you clarity. So many images and ideas come from while washing the dishes or while going for a walk, right? The philosopher Nietzsche said something that, or wrote something that always stayed with me, which is something along the lines of, you know, the best ideas come to mind while walking. So do that. Ground yourself, and perhaps some peace will be felt almost immediately. Thank you for watching. Let love be, let you be, let it be. And I'll see you again when I see you again. Thank you very much.